Hey, what's up, everybody? What's going on? Hopefully, you guys are having a great weekend this Saturday. Whatever you guys are doing out there, whether you guys are hanging out with family or just going out having a good time, or maybe just staying at home like myself and relaxing on the weekend. I don't know. However, as you guys may have read the title, we're gonna have a few discussions. The main one is concerns with the LG Stylo 2 and its recent update to Nougat. Some of the experiences that people are having. Hey, what's up, John? What's going on? We're going to talk a little bit about it because there's just a lot going on with this update. You know, you can get the X Power for free. Okay, I already have an X Power. Hey, Tito, what's going on? Stuff too. All right, yeah, we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it right now. Before we get into the whole Apple and Qualcomm and the FTC and everything. Hey, what's going on? What's going on? All right, so the LG Stylo 2 got Nougat, and lots of people are updating to it and finding out some big issues. What do you think about the new $20 HD add-on? I really don't care for it. I really don't. I don't stream anything really from my phone, like movies, so it doesn't really bother me if it's in 480p. I watch movies on my Android TV. You love your X Power. Cool. So a lot of people reporting some real big issues with the Stylo 2, and there's some of them that I've ran into. So I can confirm. Go to Radio Shack, port in LG X Power is free. Just heads up. Cool. Thank you, Tony. Thank you for that one. I'll definitely put that out on social media for everyone. So when I updated my Stylo 2, I ran into one problem. Well, two problems, but one of them rectified after I did a factory reset on the device. So I started playing around with the Stylo 2 as a daily driver for like one day, and it started to slow down a little bit. It started to just really get a little sluggish. And yes, the on my Stylo 2, the hotspot feature is broken. I did a factory reset. I did it twice. And that fixed the issue with it being slow. So now I'm not going to say it's buttery smooth, but it is smooth enough. But the hotspot feature is broken. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Reaper? I seen your review, man. Your review is awesome for the Stylo 2 on Virginmobile, which is what I was going to say here on the broadcast is something that you brought up. Reaper had brought up that with the whole issues with the Stylo 2 getting the Nougat update, it could be something with the fact that mostly I've seen that Boost customers are having issues with the Stylo 2 update. And that could fairly well be it. As you know, because right now on my Stylo 2, the hotspot feature doesn't work, and I actually use it when I go places. I carry multiple devices with me. I think at least three extra devices along with mine. So I have my daily driver, which is on my Boost Mobile account, and then I have my secondary driver, which is on Ring Plus. And then sometimes, for like videos and stuff, I carry my J7, and I use the hotspot feature on my device to connect. And with the Stylo 2, I'm not going to be able to do that. I think it's going for $8 on Boost Mobile website. So hotspot is a main feature. You can't just say I don't care. Yeah, well, some people really just don't use it, right? Some people just never really turn it on. I know I use it, and so that's like one big issue. And yesterday when I was doing my little testing with Boost Mobile on yesterday's video, I also talked to him about it. And of course the guy wasn't too sure about it. Rachel, hello. Hey, hello, how's it going? What's going on with the video? Is my stream like getting all messed up? How do you update your Stylo 2 to 7.0? Go to system. Oh, wait, go to settings on your device, then go to system updates, and then click LG software update, and that should update it. Some people just care for it. Not everyone uses it. Yeah, it just depends on the type of user you are. If you use it to like If I brought my Chromebook everywhere, then yeah, definitely, it's something that I'm gonna necessarily have to have, because I mean, there's not everywhere besides Starbucks, but not everywhere has Wi-Fi, and so if I needed to get on my Chromebook, then I can connect it to my hotspot. But with that feature being broken, I know a lot of people are just physically upset, because there's some people that they use their phones for just about everything. I know one of my good friends, Dominic, whose YouTube channel is Techinator. He does a lot of video game streamings, and he actually uses his phone's hotspot to stream gaming. Insane how he's able to do that, and the quality of his streams be like really good. So video is bad, connection's not good. Really, I'm so sorry about that. My Wi-Fi has been acting up pretty much lately, but after with the storm going on and all this rain and everything, it tends to get like that. Let's see. Yeah, I just said to update your Stylo to 7.0. Just go into your settings, then go to system update, and then click on the LG software update, and it should be there waiting. And all you gotta do is just click install, and it will install the update. You're not hearing or seeing anything. Okay, let's do a roll call real quick. How many of you guys can see or hear me? Just type 1. Type the number 1 if you can see or hear me. Because on my screen, it's showing that I'm here. The mic is picking up my voice. So I'm just wondering. Your stream is fine for me. Cool. Thank you. Thank you, Reaper. Thank you, Jordan. Thanks, John. Okay, so I don't know if it's not my connection, it may be your connection. I don't know. I really can't say. But let's just move on with this broadcast. I can see and hear you. Thank you. They have a bad connection. No, they're not haters. They're just letting me know. Maybe it could be on my end or their end. Okay, I see you now. Okay, all right, Rochelle. Cool. You just got it. All right, cool. Gilbert. All right, thanks. All right, so anyways, yeah, just to update, that's how you do it. You go to settings, you go down to where it says system update, go inside there, click LG software update, boom, it should be there. You're good. It's their devices. Thanks, Gilbert. Alex, thank you. But with this latest Nougat updates, yeah, people are just reporting a lot of issues, and the first video I put up where I was showing you how how it kept failing, like every time I would click to install to update, and it would start downloading the software update, and after it downloaded the software update, it would verify the software update, and then when you click restart install, it would begin to try to boot into recovery, but then it would just snap and be like your device is up to date. I had went through that issue 5 times before it actually went to install. So you're living in India. Okay, well, if you're living in India and the Stylo 2 is with a company out there, I don't know if they have the 7.0 update available right away. And there's no update zip available online. No one actually pulled the update and posted it online to do a manual update from recovery. So let's see, they hit the 23 gigabyte threshold. I'm living in India. LOL. So my LG Stylo 2 is not yet update 7.0. You have to talk with your carrier about that. Find out when they're gonna have it available. Hello, beautiful people. What's up, David? TJ, what's up? Yeah, I went through that part of the 7.0 restart and install a few times before it finally updated. Yeah. And then when the update finally completed, everything was working fine, and it started to, after a few hours, it started to slow down a little bit. But yeah, I figured, maybe I'll just do a fresh wipe. So I did, factory reset through recovery, and it fixed the slowdown issue, but it didn't fix the hotspot part. And I'm thinking, with enough people actually posting it online on social media or even posting it to LG social media, I'm pretty sure they're going to figure it out. And there'll probably be like an update in the next month or so that will fix that issue. I'm pretty sure, because usually when there's like big issues like this, manufacturers usually come out with like a software update fix, like a patch within like a few weeks to the latest a month. You think the X Power will get 7.0? I actually do. I do think the X Power will get 7.0. I love how you can do dual apps on the recent app things. You saw my review. Yeah. The multi-window. And that's I don't know, maybe I just didn't I didn't think about talking about that multi window. Just because like on the G Stylo, the original G Stylo, you have multi-window also. And I don't remember if before the 7.0 update, if the Stylo 2 had multi-window. I think it did. I'm not sure. But yeah. But yeah, your review is stellar and in depth. So that's why I'm going to do a video, YouTuber's hot like spotlight on Reaper 2065. You guys, I'm going to do one, so you guys might want to be on the lookout for that video, because his channel's got potential, I believe. But anyhow, so how many of you guys have actually tried to factory reset your Stylo 2 to see if it fixes any issues that you had after the 7.0 update was applied? Because I know, like, I got hit up with a message from people like how to downgrade back to Marshmallow, and it's like, yeah, it's not as easy as you think. You would need the LG Flash tool, you would need the firmware, but even then, you have a chance of soft bricking the device if you try to downgrade. Dominic, what's up? What's going on? I was just telling people how you use your hotspot on your device to do streaming on YouTube for gaming. John, you don't need a spotlight, man. You're well known. You're well known and you're well loved. I mean, come on now. You have more subscribers than me. This is for people that's like freaking under 500 subscribers. You don't count. You have like you almost at 7,000, dude. But has anyone actually tried it? Prepaid phones never ever get the big Android updates this quick, so everyone who did get 7.0 would be like, yeah. Especially in today's market and the way how things are going, where manufacturers find it's more beneficial for them to just release new hardware than to update hardware with new software. It's just, yeah. If we get 7.0 on any device, we should consider ourselves lucky. I think it's about high time now too that a lot of prepaid devices coming out should come out with 7.0, and I think that's just what's weird. I was expecting that because last year, most prepaid devices launched with Marshmallow right out the gate. So I was like, oh, okay, prepaid phones, basically manufacturers that build mid-range and low-end devices, were actually giving it the most updated software. I was figured that was going to happen this year, but then the J3 drops and it only has Marshmallow. Several devices come out that only have Marshmallow. So, thank you. My channel is very small and only has a few videos with some reviews, but I'm going to be uploading more videos soon. Yeah, and as you upload videos, you should have some people subscribing and checking you out. So we'll get that going. Yeah, so I don't know. I just think the way things is going right now just seems just like so totally weird. What time I wait for 7.0 in India? Please tell me. I can't tell you. I can't tell you because I'm not a developer. I'm not. I don't work for any of these companies. What I do here on YouTube is strictly because I love doing it. So I can't tell you. It's still a fact. If you have the Boost $60 first ever plan from October, has completely unlimited, no slowdown, and $5 1 gigabyte hotspot is actually unlimited. Yeah, but a lot of us can't really get on it. So if you did have the $60 unlimited, you might want to stay grandfathered on it. Prepaid phones always get the crap end of the stick. Yeah, the contract phones always get the better stuff. So any prepaid phone that gets 7.0 update, while LG is in a good mood, is in a good mood. They had 2 donuts and like the most perfect sweetened coffee of that day, so they decided let's throw Nougat on this phone before we put it out. How many of you guys actually checked out the different unboxings of the LG Risto, I think it is, or Risto? Like I seen a couple of unboxings of it, the LG Risto, and I was like, I honestly thought that the power button on the back was going to be a fingerprint reader. So, I was showing friends of mine. I was like, oh look at this cool little phone coming out on Metro PCS, and I think it's got a fingerprint reader on the back. And no, it's not a fingerprint reader. What happens when you reach your 23 mega? You mean your 23? If you reach over 23 gigabytes of unlimited plan for Boost, a lot of people say they get throttled when you hit over 23 gigs. What I think happens is what their statement was saying, which is kind of weird, is that if you hit over 23 gigabytes, you might not experience slowdowns right away. But if you go to an area that is congested with users, you will be throttled down slower since you've used a lot. One of my favorite features of 7.0 is apps to SD. Yes. That is something that I was happy that they fixed. I want to say fixed, but they unlocked, was the ability to put apps to SD, because a lot of people that love the Stylo 2 were so pissed off when they couldn't move apps to SD. I mean, besides the fact that LG just seems like, okay, and 6.0.1 has the ability for adaptable storage, but we're going to take that away from them. We don't want them using that for whatever reason. Why did they want people using that? I don't know. They pretty much like locked it. They also didn't allow apps to SD, which was a big killer for a lot of people. 23 gigabytes, you will get a text message on the newer plan saying they slowed from the network. Okay. Deprioritized. Hey, I'm so anxious to see what Cricket wireless phones will be coming for tax out. I can't wait to find out. Me too, John. Me too. I always have this theory that when companies are very silent, and there's not like a lot of things going on, it obviously means that they're gearing up for something big. So, I'm keeping my fingers crossed because, like I said, it's between T-Mobile prepaid, Metro PCS, and Cricket that I pull out a second line so I can use unlock devices on reviews. You confirm LG Stylo 2 in 7.0. Yeah, for Boost Mobile, Virginmobile, yeah. The Stylo 2 got the update here in the United States. Like I said, I don't know what's going on with companies in India. I'm not in that market. I can't tell you. I love you, John. Love your channel. There you go. See? You don't need a YouTuber spotlight video, John. You already have people who know who you are and love you. Don't mind me. I'm kind of under the weather. Like, we got blasted with like heavy rain last night and cold, and I was out there and I'm getting sick. Metro PCS is getting a special called free phones for everyone confirmed. Free phones for everyone. What is that all about? Because I know I saw Paul Tech's video where they were talking about, if you go in, you can get like two free phones if you get the like $30 plan on each of them, which gets 5 gigs of data, and you walk out with 2 phones. You check the Stylo 2 if there is a LTA carrier turned on, or does it say unsupported? I don't know. Let me go do that right now. Where is this? There it is. All right, let me turn it on. I'll go check to see if it has. Are you talking about the carrier? I forgot what it's called. The CA thing, whatever. I'll check right now. By the way, Magic Tech Reviews, your channel is always tech and reviews, but never magic. There was some magic stuff going on. By the way, guys, you guys need to follow Magic Tech Reviews on Twitter and join his group because they post some hilarious stuff sometimes. Your guys' little John's memes versus Paul Tech, what you guys put on there. That I was having a bad day and I popped in there to go look, and I saw that and started busting out laughing. So, yeah, follow Magic Tech on Twitter and then like request to join his Twitter group. It's lots of fun and informative. You got JT. Was it JT Tech Blogs? I think it is. You got him in there and several other people, so it's all good. I got them inside sources. Okay. All right, hang on. I think it's on right now, so let me go ahead and get in there. Yeah, but after a factory reset on my Stylo 2, it seems to be working speedier. It's just the whole what do you call it? The what was that? Wi-Fi tether is broken. So let's go dialer. Sorry, I got the sniffles right now, guys. That's an exclusive group, LOL. We need to make another one for your fan base only. Is there anything in my video review for Stylo 2 that you noticed that you missed in your review? A lot, dude. I missed a lot of things. The only two things I really focused on my update that was probably something noticeable that everyone would see was the themes on how they changed and they started theming everything on the device. That, and then what was the other one I said? I don't even remember what I said in that review. Okay, let's go. View. CA enabled unknown. Dominic, that's what it says on there. So let me turn it around so you guys put it on the screen. But yeah, carrier aggression enabled is unknown. So I don't know if you can turn it on or not, but I don't have my MSL code for this phone, so I can't change it to try. Bring out the Kappa. They will have 4 free phones, but will be mailing rebates and 30 gigs of data. Wow. Pimp Tech review. Okay. My mobile is simple, no boost, and everyone in my Stylo 2 is a K520. Yeah, so you would have to basically like contact your mobile service provider in India and try and find out through them if they know if there's going to be a software update for the Stylo 2, because they'll know. They'll know before the update comes out. Obviously, Hey Ben, what's up? Do you have your MSL? No, I don't. Oh, and if you notice in my review, I didn't do an unboxing or go over how the phone feels. It's a phone. Unboxings are pointless. I get straight to the good stuff. Yeah. Well, I mean, to me, unboxing is not so unimportant because sometimes, like, mostly Samsung does this, but sometimes you get a little extra in the box. So when I do unbox something and I actually want to unbox it, then I'll do that. But if I feel like it's the same things that you see in every other box, then I just kind of skip that and just, I'll open the box in front of everybody, but I'm not going to talk one by one like what comes inside of it. But because you'll see it on screen, but then I'll go into like a first impressions, like right then and there on the spot, just what I think about it, how it looks, and everything else and whatnot. I'm activating a burner phone tonight, and to win my live giveaway, you gotta call in to you should co-host. I should co-host. I would, but this is the only free time I got right now. Later on tonight, I'm taking my kids to the park. They've been wanting to go. My daughter has a weekend off from school, so I'll watch the broadcast, but I don't think I'll be able to get on and co-host. Activating a ZTE Warp 4G. just to get incoming calls on Boost. All right, so you're basically like setting up a line, but you're not actually gonna like pay for the plan, because I know with Boost Mobile, if you don't pay your bill, or if you like get like an old Boost Mobile phone and you like sign up for a Boost plan but you don't pay for it, the incoming calls will happen. You just can't make outgoing calls, and incoming text can come in but not outgoing. So it's like kind of weird. I think Cricket used to do that, or still does, don't they? Like if they suspend someone's account, like they do like a light suspend, where basically calls and texts can come in but you can't call or text out. Because I had Cricket back in the day before smartphones. I think I had I forgot the name of that phone. It's a Samsung's QWERTY phone that's a slider. But I remember I forgot to pay my bill, and like for a whole day I was getting incoming calls, so I didn't know until I tried to call my friend back, and it was like, you do not have enough funds for your account. I was like, oh crap, I had to go pay my bill. I like my Action 7. Just wish Sprint and Verizon would certify it. Who wants to watch the same unboxing? Right. Older plans don't work with the 60-day. Okay. Let's see. Call in when I give the number out and win. That would be hilarious. I'll try. I'll try. As a matter of fact, what was it? The giveaway that I'm doing on the Warp 7 ends on the 27th of this month. So I also don't do unboxings because when you have 10 or 15 unboxings of the same device and carrier, they're pretty much the same and nothing's ever different. Exactly. That's why I said it last year, towards the end of last year, that I wasn't gonna really be doing unboxings anymore. It's just I'll be doing like first impressions, because everyone's first impressions is not the same. I know that there's YouTubers out there that kind of bite, and I mean, it's not like a real big deal or anything like that, but it tends to hurt your channel when you try to copy the next guy. Exactly. Like, I don't mean like unboxing the same phone or whatever, but like, using word for word what another person said, or, just all that stuff can get pretty hectic. People will call you out on it. I mean, I remember I used actually it was a Stylo 2 unboxing video from last year. I had used a royalty-free song, and it was the song that Max Lee from High on Android uses for his intro, and I just got ripped a new one by so many people, and I was like, why do you guys make a big deal about the song? It's just a royalty-free song that anyone on YouTube can use, so Wi-Fi calling and text. Okay. Before this time to update, I can move my apps to SD card. Okay, how's it going? It's going good. How are you doing? Oh, and I did. And did you see my LG Stylo 2 video sound test? I watched all of it from beginning to end, dude. And like I said, I'm thoroughly impressed on just how you did your video. Like, I don't look for people to do jump edits or to do all these magical things with their video editing. I guess for me as a viewer, it's all about information and knowledge. And you don't have to know the ins and outs completely of like Linux and all that other stuff. But if you know your stuff, then yeah, you pretty much got my attention and my thumbs ups and my subscriptions. That's how it really works with me. Was it 3 minutes long? I thought it was longer. I think it's because you crammed so much information in your review that it felt longer. If it was 3 minutes long, it's 3 minutes long, but it felt longer than that. And it was a good thing. It wasn't a bad thing because, like I said, you put a lot of information into that review for the Stylo 2. So that's it. I'm impressed. Yeah, that's corny. Everyone is different. Don't need to buy it on everything. Exactly. Within this year or next, VoLTE will be out for Sprint, Virgin, and Boost. Yeah, voice over LTE. I really don't care. I don't know. I mean, okay, speaking of that, I know we're off topic already, but who cares? Let's just hang out and have fun. But VoLTE, voice over LTE, basically. When you guys are on a phone call, can you guys really tell the difference? Now, I'm not talking about when a person has like 1 bar of signal versus 4 bars of signal. I'm talking about like voice clarity. Is that something that you guys really can hear? Do you guys really pay attention for that? Like, could you guys tell the difference if someone was calling you using VoLTE or if they were using standard cellular connection? Before the Stylo 2 update, I can move my ass to the SD card. Really? Because I went, on my Stylo 2, I went into settings and apps when people were telling me they couldn't do it, and when I go to an app that I know for sure, which is Snapchat, for sure can move to the SD card, it did not give me the option to do it. My unboxings do really good until a huge channel comes along, like Android Authority, and does the same phone, and I cry. I'm sorry, John, but you still are known on here as the Cricket guy. So I often hate when people do reviews and cut here and cut there, and everyone say I do that. So my apologies if that happens. I do that sometimes. I do jump edits, mostly like in blogs. Like if I was to do this as a regular video, not a live broadcast, then you would see some jump edits. But like sometimes I don't. It just depends on how I feel. I like to play around with video editing. But that's just my thing. I love making videos. So just besides the fact of passing on information about mobile technology or a device or a service or anything like that, just making the video is fun for me. Also, the review itself is 23 minutes, but the sound test is 3 minutes long. Oh, okay. See, I knew it was. I was like, oh no. When you said 3 minutes long, I was like scratching my yeah. That doesn't sound right to me because you had a lot of information there. You can't do that in 3 minutes. I wanted to show the people what phones' audios can handle. Yeah, but I remember you saying that, with the audio thing, that the camera might not do any justice for the sound, like the mic might not do any justice for the sound. LOL, I can tell it with calling another carrier and onto UCHD voice. Okay, I don't know these things, right? Like I don't really look for it like to be like, oh yeah, you're calling me with HD voice or you're calling me with standard voice. Like I just listen to the phone conversation because obviously, it'd be rude to not listen to the person you're talking to on the phone. So how is the LG Stylo 2 updates? Well, a lot of people, especially Boost users, are having issues with the Wi-Fi tethering being broken and just in general slowdown of just the phone's performance. So yeah, like I said in the very beginning of the live broadcast, if you do a factory reset, that should fix the whole slowdown with the device, but it does not fix the Wi-Fi tether. Paul Tech, what's up? My LG G5 on Nougat is running good. What issues are people having with the Stylo 2? Broken Wi-Fi tethering and slowdowns are some of the main ones I'm seeing. It's probably because boosting unlocked. Never mind, just answer my question. Everyone, congratulate Paul Tech on 10,000 subscribers. I'm going to put you on blast, dude, because I really want you to go to YouTube Space and do that whole video of like showing us the ins and outs of YouTube Space. So, yeah, congratulations, Paul Tech, on 10,000 subscribers. If CB Tech was here, congratulations on CB Tech for 5,000 subscribers. But Paul says like next month he'll head to YouTube Space and then he'll give us a tour. So I'm super stoked for that. I never update right away. I wait for reviews. You know what? And that's good. That's a very good thing. That's a very good thing. Like a lot of people want to rush out and get this OS update because it's the latest and greatest, right? But they never tend to think that there might be like a software bug issue with the update. And speaking of which, let's roll call it. How many of you guys think it's massively important to be on the latest and greatest right away? Like, are you guys forever chasing down the latest OS of Android on that ever so spinning hamster wheel? Or do you guys actually just care to have a device that you like, that you bond well with, and that you're willing to stick with? Even if it never gets an update, you'll stick with it for 2, 3 years, 4 years. Because I hardly see anyone that stays with the phone for 2 years anymore. And I think that's why a lot of postpaid carriers do away with 24-month contracts. They do 12-month contracts with you being able to finance a phone for 12 months because no one sticks on the phone for 2 years anymore. Let's see. Congrats, Paul. But we are here, LOL. 10K subscribers. Thank you, guys. Yep. You contact YouTube and you have a branded account and then you get verified. There you go. Ask a YouTube manager. Let's see. Usually I am like that, even if it's buggy. No one that works. This is High definition diva, my other account. Okay. Let's see. Monica Coleman. Hey, Monica, how's it going? Not important. As long as the device works, I will stay on a device for a long time. Cool. Well, that's good to know. And I dig your username, Mateo Potato. That's kind of cool. The LG Vault I rocked for 2 years. Nice. The LG Vault was a beast of a phone, though. Like, I wish LG would make another mid-range device with that in mind. I mean, if you think about it, we got a lot with the LG Vault. We got a huge battery. The display was low res, which was banging because even though it wasn't like 720p or anything like that, with the low res display and a 3,000 milliamp hour battery, you pretty much got the same time as the X Power did, along with what was it, an IR blaster and NFC. It was just wow. The Vault was just a banging phone, and it'll always be a memorable phone to me. I used to chase the latest, but just would appreciate a good working phone with a good battery. Yeah. By the way, did you get the X Power? Oh, you're still getting it. Okay, cool. Yeah, it won't disappoint. I'll tell you that much right now. The X Power won't disappoint on Boost Mobile. It's still my daily driver. It will be my daily driver until I get the HTC Bolt. So I'm actually getting it as a gift, so I can't turn it away. Does the new update ruin the phone experience for LG Stylo 2? It kind of does. It's really like a gamble. It's like a 50-50 shot in the dark. Because some people updated that had the Boost Mobile version and they didn't get any issues with the update. And some people updated and it killed their Wi-Fi hotspot and it slowed their phone down a little bit. So I love in my $20 Trivia HD. Yeah, I wish I wasn't one of the people that got one of the defective devices because I really like the Trivia HD, how it looks, how it feels. It's great when I leave the house and I use it because it connects to LTE, no problems. But I'm at home and I'm on Wi-Fi. That's where the killer happens because it's like the antennas for Wi-Fi is just, I don't know, so bad. And my Wi-Fi signal in my house is pretty good. I mean, 100 up, 100 down. That's what I get. So. I don't know. The 8 GB for $50 plan is coming back to Metro PCS. Cool. I spent $350 for this Action 7. Most I've ever spent for a phone. Got a set of Monster headphones with it. The X Power is supposed to also have LTE carrier aggression. Well, if I get my MSL for it, I will turn it on. I'm still with the LG G Stylo from the day it came out on Metro PCS, and I have the 6.0 update on it. I'm waiting to see if it will get 7.0 update. It might, because one of the devices I was listed to get it was the LG G4 Stylus, I think it was called, which is a G Stylo. I don't think Boost Mobile's version will get it, but it's possible the Metro PCS version will get it. When in doubt, don't do it. Right. Is there an update for the LG Stylo 2? Yes. It updates it to 7.0 Nougat. So it's a OS jump and not a security patch. However, there's been issues with it, so you might want to hang back if you want to. If you really got to have 7.0 Nougat, by all means, that's your choice. A lot of people are suggesting now to kind of hold off because the 7.0 update for the LG Stylo 2 has been known and verified to break the Wi-Fi hotspot feature. What Geekbench scores do you expect from the HTC Bolt? I don't know. And quite honestly, when it comes to benchmarkings, I don't rely on them. If you guys notice, like I stopped using Geekbench or Quadrant Standard or any one of those things. I don't run Geekbenches because Geekbenches is numbers and it doesn't tell you exactly how the phone is going to run. Like me using the phone, I can tell you. And then, of course, doing like, the whole like testing apps opening and doing multitasking on video will show you guys just like how fast or slow or mediocre or excellent the device is as far as processing. But running Geekbench, I mean, it just gives you a number, which is insanely crazy. I mean, take it like this. On the Warp 7 versus the J7, the J7 has an octa-core processor. Was it 615? Snapdragon 615 octa-core processor, and the Warp 7 has a Snapdragon 410, I believe. It's a quad core. All right, and I did the whole thing where I was testing, opening up apps side by side, and then doing, going through the recent apps and going back into those apps to see how they handle being in background and coming back to the foreground. And even though the J7 had an octa-core processor, you would expect it to be faster than the Warp 7. The Warp 7 was faster at opening apps than the J7 was, but also that could be the inclusion of TouchWiz. So, TouchWiz is a killer. Don't mind my kids. They're watching that movie Sing and jumping around. So it came with good buds, the case 2, screen protectors, and USB-C. Oh, got a USB-C converter like a dongle. Okay, did you notice the mess up Wi-Fi on the Trivia HD right out the box or through time? It was right out the box. I assume, because you know what, when I got it out the box, and then when I was doing the whole setup thing to set up my account on it, and I was noticing it was just taking longer, and then sometimes it would like pop up this message that there was no connection. And I was like, what the heck, And then after I got it all set up, which was like, took some time, it continued on throughout the day, and then I was running connection test, the speed testing, and I was pulling from my Wi-Fi about 1.2 megabits per second. And I was like, that's insanely impossible, because I ran all my other devices, they were pulling 20, 40, 50, 60. This one was pulling like 1, and I was like, what the heck was going on? So from there on, I noticed that when I switched off to LTE, my LTE was like blazing faster than when the phone was on Wi-Fi. So I noticed it right out the box. Hey, bro, I can't wait for the LG X Power 2 coming this year, among other devices. Yeah. By the way, guys, Paul Tech called it, so shout out to Paul Tech for the 7.0 update. He did his video, what if they got it? And he was trying to calculate just by his, going through how the updates came out in the past, and he was like, we should be seeing 7.0 for the Stylo 2. And I didn't think it actually would come, because I was thinking, like, since the Stylo 3 is right around the corner, I didn't think they were going to update the Stylo 2, and they did. So Paul Tech called that one. So I'm following Paul Tech on his predictions. Check out his prediction videos, and I'm following him on it. So the only thing I miss is a 14 days extra you can take to pay on Boost VIP. They did away with that? See, I don't even keep up with that to know that they did away with that, 14-day grace period. Do you change your network mode, like with CDMA only? No. I always keep it on LTE. And then if I can get into the phone by using that one code sequence, that *#* 4636 #*, and you go to phone information, I like to switch it from LTE CDMA to LTE GSM CDMA. So you got fiber now? No, I didn't get fiber yet. Fiber's still not open up in Phoenix. It sounds weird for me to say it, and because the name, it's Cox Cable. I use a Cox Wi-Fi, which sounds so weird to say, but it's the one that gives me a 100 megabits download and 100 megabits upload. I don't have Gigablast from them, but when fiber is available, because fiber, like the connections for fiber is built into this place, so this place is capable of getting fiber. And when fiber is available, I will get it, because I do want that, that 1 gig upload, 1 gig download. That's going to be really fast. But the X Power 2 will have the 7.0 instead of them updating the X Power. Well, I don't know, because the Stylo 3 is coming out in a couple of months, and that's going to have 7.0, and they updated the Stylo 2. So I really can't say. I do know that ZTE doesn't update. John from Magic Tech Reviews did a video that I watched where he was talking about, he was sharing that the ZTE Z-Max Pro, which is a really good phone on Metro PCS, was not set to get Nougat, which is so upsetting, because I don't own the phone and I don't use Metro PCS, but for a phone like that literally caught the attention of just about every tech blogger out there, and its popularity, one of the phones that you can literally say took Boost customers away from Boost to Metro for that phone, they won't give it an update to 7.0. That is ridiculous on ZTE's end. So the LG Excalibur will be even better with it being waterproof. Yes, you're right. I pray and cross my fingers that, you know, the three brands, Boost, Metro, and Cricket, get the Excalibur. I really hope. Specs on Stylo 3. Speaking, you meant to say, of the Stylo 3, are you going to get it when it comes out? Yes, I'm going to get it. I'm a phone collector. I have, yeah, I have the first and second one, so I have to have the third one to my collection. Will it be my daily driver? No. Let's see. No, I'm a Metro now. Okay, you confused me for a second. Confused myself. Peace out, bro. Can't wait to hang out one of these days, either in Phoenix or if you come to California. All right, Paul. Thanks for coming in and checking it out. Yeah, definitely. But I'm going to Vegas in a couple of months. So if you go to Vegas in a couple of months too, then we might run into each other out there. Hope the Trivia HD at least gets 7.0.1. It's a possibility. ZT ZMAX Pro we'll get an update. Prediction video coming soon. All right. You guys heard it from Paul Tech. He's going to do a prediction video on the ZT ZMAX Pro. And I do think that they need to do it. I do really think they need to do that. Because that was a killer phone. That is one of the top 5 in 2016. Do you think the J7 will get an update? I'm hoping for it. I don't see why not. There is no leaked info that, you know, another J7 model's coming. I mean, they have the J3 emerged, but they don't have anything about the J7. So I'm hoping that the J7 will receive 7.0. Do you think the Stylo phone should upgrade the screen size from 5.7 to a bigger screen size? No. I mean, I know there's people that got really big hands, so 5.7 feels like a 5.2 inch for them. But there's also people in the world with small hands where, you know, a 6-inch display is just going to be even bigger. But well, actually, let me approach it from a different aspect. It depends on the screen to body ratio. Let me just say that. Because, you know, okay, with this size right here, this is a 5.7-inch display. With the body size of this, you can definitely get 6-inch out of it if you lower the bezels on the bottom and on the top. Then you can squeeze in more screen real estate. So if they kept the same size but just, you know, increase the screen to body ratio would be good. But if you know, if they want to bring it to like a 6-inch display and they're gonna add on more to it, then no, that wouldn't be good. Why have a beta for it if you don't plan to update? Oh, you're talking about for the ZTE? Yeah. I'm talking about now. Yeah, and that absolutely makes no sense. You know, I need 2 hands with my Warp Elite. Yeah. I don't have massively big hands. My hands are small, see? They're small. So something like a 5.3-inch display already feels close to phablet size for me. Other people, this would be like something they would put their hand over and actually reach like halfway through like that. Like you guys say, like I can't just grip it like that and have my fingers down here. So I have small hands. So this is already cutting close to phablet. This right here, 5 inches is a sweet spot. Plus, you know, I like the way the Vault 2 has the curves to it. It's very comfortable to hold. But like 5 inches is like my sweet spot as far as for a phone. So yeah. Speaking of which, Apple versus Qualcomm. Have you guys heard about this yet? Because I find this topic to be absolutely funny. Yeah, more screen real estate, more onboard storage is what they need. I say hi to people that pop in anyways, Aaliyah, so hi. But anyhow, so we've had this issue. Well, not this issue, but we have this thing going on where Apple is, I guess, engaging in a lawsuit with Qualcomm. What do you think about the Nexus 6 not being supported by Google since Pixel's release? Bound to happen. It's bound to happen. I have this theory off topic now. I have this theory, and I'm not saying that I'm correct, so don't call me out on it. But I have this theory that for the longest time, Google has been using manufacturers with its Nexus line to kind of like get its idea of how it's going to do the Pixel. So I think from all this time, the Nexus has been like a gear up for Google to step into the hardware game, even though technically they didn't step into the hardware game because they're not building the phones in-house. HTC was required to build it, so they kind of still went the Nexus way, which was commissioning an OEM to build the hardware for them. But the OEM did not decide how the hardware was going to be built, how it was going to look, what it was going to have. Google basically has its imprint on it all the way. I haven't heard of the Apple news yet. Yeah, Apple is gearing up to start a $1 billion lawsuit with Qualcomm for... I don't know. I totally forgot a lot of what was going on. I do know that there was rumors that the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, was suing Qualcomm for what the hell was it? Not unfair practices. I think it is unfair practices that they were suing them for. And Apple, since knowing that, they kind of jumped on the bandwagon. But right here it says Apple claims Qualcomm decided to withhold nearly $1 billion in payments to the company. Apple is now seeking about $1 billion in damages. Plus, they're also saying because here in the U.S., Qualcomm basically governs like in every device here in the U.S. You have Qualcomm modems, radios, basically, and even Apple phones use those. Apple uses Qualcomm for the modem radios, or they use Intel, and I don't know, just it's the whole fiasco. I'm gonna go here in a second over all of it. Phones need to have at least 3 gigs of RAM now. Yeah. No, this ain't a penguin hat. This is the Angry Birds. This is Blackbird. Angry Birds hat. It looks like a penguin. LG needs to go 1080p and 32 gigs on the Stylo 4. Yeah, Angry Birds. Oops, yeah. LG needs to give us bug fix updates. Yep. Suits suck. Okay, yeah, so let me just touch base on this real quick, what's going on. Okay, so according to a statement sent by Apple to media outlets, the lawsuit claims Qualcomm collects money for no reason on features that Apple launched, such as Touch ID, advanced displays, and cameras, to name just a few. Apple claims Qualcomm's use of what Apple calls older legacy standards as the basis for its patents and royalties has caused Apple to get hit with at least 5 times more in payments than all other cellular patent licensors that have agreements combined. Yeah, so there was rumors that the FTC was also going to sue Qualcomm for engaging in anti-competitive practices, and because of that, Apple wants to jump in. Now, see, here's the thing with Apple. Well, they may have a valid point with that. It's kind of like, I get sick of hearing Apple in the news and lawsuits. Basically, what I'm gathering from all this is that Apple wants to cry and complain, about what royalties that Qualcomm wants to collect based on, them using Qualcomm's radio modems and all this other stuff. And it's like, but Apple does the same thing. They did it to Samsung for so many years. Oh, your icons look similar to us. We're going to sue you, I don't know, it just Apple sues for every little thing nowadays, and I think that's just one of the things that irks me so much about Apple. It's like they may have a valid point in this one, whatever, do your thing. But when people hear Apple and the word lawsuit, you automatically think like, oh, someone stole something from them again. Like Apple has really built its entire company based on them being known to sue, which gets pretty much old. I miss Steve Jobs. Some people may laugh at that. I do, because the guy was willing to steal things from other people, and his little statement that he said about people that invent and then real geniuses steal or whatever. But the guy was a marketing genius for one. He had a passion for design, so like the iPods and stuff like that, they looked really cool back then. But then also, he was great for competition. I think the best days in Android versus iOS was in the days where Steve Jobs was in the company. The problem with Qualcomm has been brewing for a long time. Apple isn't the only one who's complaining. I know. They just have the money and resources to be the ones to fight Qualcomm on it. By the way, welcome Tim. Tim is a good buddy of mine, and yeah, he keeps me on my toes with having to know more about this stuff. So you guys give a shout out to Tim. But yeah, no, I know what you're getting. That's why I said, like, they may have a valid reason, to pop in a lawsuit, but it's just like every time you hear Apple in a lawsuit, it gets old. It gets old. Whether they have a valid reason or not, it gets old. But that's just because of all the lawsuits they did after Steve Jobs passed. Their only way to fight was to start lawsuits against Samsung and all these other companies and all that stuff from back in 2011. So, however, I just figured I'd bring that up because that is an interesting thing as far as what's going on. And for me, I learned something new today because I didn't know that Apple used Qualcomm modems. I didn't know that. When they mentioned that it used Qualcomm modems and Intel modems, so I was like, wow, I didn't actually know. Because I always thought that Apple built everything in-house from ground up. So I didn't think really to go outsourced, Everyday Tech just uploaded a video. Quick look, episode 2, Google Pixel. Hey, guys, if you guys don't know who Everyday Tech is, subscribe to him. Here, I'm going to type his YouTube name here. You guys should check him out. Very underrated YouTuber. I just got a notification that he put a video up about the Google Pixel. So I'm going to check that out after the broadcast. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. With the whole Apple thing, is just these lawsuits, man. Who do you see winning or a settlement outside of court? You know what? If all points is valid and proven by Apple, they'll win. What's funny is the new iPhone is rumored to be using Samsung's AMOLED display. Yeah, that is true. Do you think LG Stylos should move from USB chargers to USB Type-C? Well, honestly, I do, because that's exactly where everything is going. Everything is going to USB Type-C, so micro USB will be phased out. I was thinking that it would have been phased out by now, but it's still taking a little while. So, but I do like the concept of USB Type-C, and it's not because USB Type-C has faster data transfer. But the main reason for me, which you guys might laugh at me for it, is because I'm an idiotic klutz. And when I'm like halfway asleep trying to stick my phone on a charger, I could break the port with micro USB because there's only one way you can put it in. So with USB Type-C being able to do either side, it works perfect for me. I won't break a USB port on my phone. CV Tech said A9 HTC AMOLED display. Explain. I don't know. I don't have the HTC One A9. And if it does have an AMOLED display, then it does. Well, one thing that is for sure, and Tim could probably validate what I'm about to say, is like screen technology, like say Super AMOLED displays from Samsung, they do actually sell it out to other OEMs if OEMs want to use it. So if other manufacturers, like say LG wants to build like the LG X Power 2, and they think it's better to use Super AMOLED over an IPS LCD panel, they'll actually purchase those displays from Samsung. Samsung will sell it to them. So it's not like Super AMOLED is only going to be on Samsung devices. I like the reversible cable. Yeah. USB Type-C is where it's at. My Warp 7 has it. So when I use my Warp 7, I enjoy it. I can just plug it when I'm half asleep and go to bed. I don't have to actually turn the light on to see if my USB cable's upside down or if it's the right side up and then plug it in. Because you can plug in a micro USB upside down. Doesn't mean it's going to work. But you can jam it in there and break it if you really put enough force behind it. So I'm probably going to have to message because I don't see him on it. He didn't pop in. But YouTuber Key Funny, I need to message him because he wanted to do some videos about vaping. And so I did pop a second channel. I do have a second channel up that basically is just like my vlogs and vaping stuff or whatever. And I have it up right now. See, LOL, you got the right, because I do find myself putting my charger upside down sometimes, so I think USB Type-C charger would be good. Yes. Yeah, Samsung will let anyone use AMOLED display as long as someone is willing to pay. It's just funny Apple may be the ones going to them to use it with their history. Yeah, it is. Yes, it is. But you know what? Even it's always been said, like your greatest rival can always be your bestest friend. So who knows? I like the QC 3.0. I get charged from 0 to 50 in 28 minutes. That's cool. LG announced $5 billion investment into AMOLED display manufacturing a few weeks ago. Yeah. Oh, you thought it was exclusive to Samsung? Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, it's okay. It's okay, because Super AMOLED. When you hear that, it's always synonymous with Samsung, because that's what Samsung likes to use as their display technology. Others use TFT or they use LCD. So it just, yeah. Speaking of Samsung iPhones, what do you guys think about the iPhone 7S, 7S Plus, and the iPhone X? Now these are all rumors now, so we're not for sure. Off topic. Seen the specs on the new J7 2017. It's coming to Verizon prepaid and AT&T Go phone. Not sure on Boost. There you go, guys. There's the J7 2017. Thank you, Tim, because that was actually talked about earlier. I talked about it. If the J7 2015 would get the 7.0 Nougat. Now, I didn't know if there was going to be a J7 for this year coming out. If Boost gets a J7, I'm honestly thinking it might get last year's model, the 2016 version. And I don't know if that's going to get updated to Nougat. What I really want for Boost Mobile, honestly, and they need to cut the crap already because I'm getting tired of this. But they really got to allow devices that can use their radio bands that are unlocked to go on their network. I haven't checked Snapchat today, so that's probably what my notification is on the top. You thought the Tribute HD had AMOLED? I don't think it does. I don't think that's AMOLED it has. I'll have to go back and look. But I don't think the Tribute HD has an AMOLED display. Yeah, but so again, what do you guys think about the iPhone? If you guys are interested in iPhones, what do you guys think about the iPhone X and all that stuff? Because I've seen a couple of videos pop up and talk about it and all these rumors and stuff. I'd love to try my Axon 7 on Boost. Yeah, see that. I mean, well, besides that, it also was like last night. I mean, okay, I'll share a quick story with you guys because I probably talked a Boost rep to death on the phone because as I was saying in my video yesterday when I was trying to get my J3 unlocked so I can put it on Ring Plus, and then I did talk to him about the Boost Easy Pay and how all that works. I actually went more in depth in the story. The phone call was about 45 minutes long, and I think the guy wanted to like purposely hang up on me, but one thing I know about call centers is that you don't want to purposely hang up on somebody because that counts against, how your performance is. And of course they have quality control listening in. So, but anyhow, so I started asking him reasons why why you can't necessarily put a Nexus on there. And is Sprint ever going to think, like, hey, we should open up Nexus devices that we have on Sprint to go on Boost Mobile because, they allow iPhones. They allow Samsung phones like some of the Galaxy S series, and then of course the Note series. I think the Note 2, 3, and 4 can go on Boost. I was thinking like, why not the Note 5? That's I know the Note 7 had its fiasco, but the Note 5 is still a good phone. Why can't it go on there? And I was asking him like, how come the Nexus 6 for Sprint and the Nexus 5X, how come those can't go on Boost Mobile or Virgin Mobile? Like, why not? Too overpriced. I will never pay more than $350 for a phone again. Okay. Now, that's just really what I wanted to know. I wanted to know why can't, we get those phones on there? Because, I mean, they support the same radio bands, okay? So the LTE bands is not going to be an issue. All the issue is just bringing service to the phone. Do you still use Boost Deals? No, I don't. And I'm actually working on a video to talk to you guys about something that I found really bad about Boost Deals. You got a $10 credit on Christmas for no real reason. That's cool. But just to kind of give you guys an inside scoop of what I'm about to blog about Boost Deals, and I don't know if a lot of people are experiencing it, but I did, and I'm noticing this with them. When I was using it for 5 months, I was using Boost Deals, and I got paid one time credit out of that 5 months. The other 4 months, and I had it on, so every time I turned my phone on, an ad would pop up. Before the closeout, where they calculate and give you your credit for the month of using it, about 2 days before, Boost Deals would kind of like give me an error when I try to open it to see my credit. It would give me an error. And then the next day when I would open it again, I would get this pop-up that, you know, I didn't use it for the entire month, and no worries, try again next month, and it'll tell me like the next date that they'll apply credit was for the next month. And I'm like, what the hell? You know, I've been using Boost Deals. I've been looking at all your stupid ads all this time. So all of a sudden now you guys are going to screw me out of a $5 credit. So I'm going to vlog about that and talk about that in a future video. So yeah, you guys be on the lookout for that one. All that may change soon. Sprint is supposedly preparing an offer of $45 billion in cash and $20 billion in stock options for T-Mobile. And I know, you know, and I caught a lot of slack for that when I did that. You know, Sprint may try to acquire T-Mobile, and like so many people were like telling me, you know, shut the F up and it's not happening and all this stuff. Why would T-Mobile sell when they're doing so good and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, if Sprint makes an offer, that, you know, they're going to make an offer. And you just never know, because they might say, okay, screw it. We're done with the cellular game. And Deutsche Telekom could be like, yep, sell out, sell the SoftBank. You never know. You never know. Just because a company's doing really good, sometimes companies build themselves up to be really big because they want to sell. And what they're asking for, they want validated by how good their business is. So Samsung Nougat update buggy, pushed back, I heard. Okay. iPhone 7 or whatever is too expensive. This coming from someone that had an iPhone 2, 4S. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's insanely crazy. But like, let's do something here real quick. Let's call it out. If you can bring one unlocked device to Boost Mobile, what phone would that be? You guys tell me your guys' answer. We'll call it out. What phone would it be? I think Ben's going to say the ZTE Action 7. Because I can tell you really love that phone. Yeah, they're owned by Deutsche Telekom. They have always wanted to sell off T-Mobile. Exactly. And a lot of people don't get that. They think, because John Ledger, CEO of T-Mobile, is doing all these things and people are getting all excited about it. Hey, Big John, what's up? Alcatel Idol 4. Cool. They don't think like, Deutsche Telekom could actually just say, hey, we're still selling. Regardless of how well T-Mobile's doing, how much money they're bringing, they want out. What else? What are some unlocked devices? It could be any unlocked device. You don't have to necessarily look to see if it's compatible with Sprint radio bands. Just Pixel. Nice one. I would love for the Pixel to go on Boost Mobile. Like literally, I mean, if I had $1,000 to spend on the Pixel XL, I would, and put it on Boost Mobile, I definitely would. And I think it should, because Pixels is also up on what are they? On Project Fi, and Project Fi uses Sprint and T-Mobile, so the Pixel would have to definitely be compatible with Sprint network. But yeah, definitely. Your best friend has an S7 Edge. He couldn't believe I paid $350 for for your Action 7? But on a side note, are you guys going to watch Samsung's live broadcast about clearing up the issues with the Note 7? Because I read that it had to do with the battery, but I'm actually interested in watching to see exactly what it was that caused those batteries to basically explode. It's hard to pick a phone to bring to Boost because of Sprint's old LTE bands. Yeah, the Pixel, though, would be one to see on Boost. A Pixel combined with a $50 unlimited plan would be a beast. Definitely. I hope that Sprint can actually really pull themselves out of the dust. I mean, they obviously feel like they have because of that whole thing with the CEO, basically for Sprint saying that this year they're focusing on their prepaid brands because their postpaid is taken care of. So I think their LTE Plus signal is what they're talking about. And I know it's not everywhere just yet. They're still building out. So, but I'm thinking the LTE Plus should rectify the issues with Sprint's LTE network and how people hate it because it's slower than GSM networks and stuff like that. Well, not GSM networks, but just like AT&T and Verizon and whatnot. I think it's January 23rd, so in 3 days. In 3 days, 2 days. I think today's what, the 21st? Yeah, today's 21st, so in 2 days. It's either the 23rd or the 27th. One of those two I'm getting. Well, maybe I'll look it up, see when Sprint is going to do their thing. But it's going to be a live broadcast, and they're going to tell everyone exactly what went down with the Note 7. I'm very interested in knowing exactly what that was. So Google is my friend. Let's see, Samsung, live stream. Okay. When is the event? Okay, Android Authority has something put up, so. Yeah, I'll let you know here in a second. I'm pulling it up right now. Android Authority posted about it. Okay, Yeah, we know about the fiasco. When is the live broadcast? Oh, in the U.S., this Sunday, January 22nd at 8 p.m. in the U.S., Monday, January 23rd in Korea. So tomorrow at 8 p.m. in the U.S., but it doesn't say what time zone. Boost just needs to show some love to people with devices. They do that, they'll be fine. Get stuff like the Moto Gs, a little bit higher end ZTEs, something like a CDMA version of Z Max Pro. Yeah, definitely, Tim. Definitely. That is the way to go. Because this Warp 7 that came out, it's not a flop. It's a nice phone. But if you have a Warp Elite, it's not a real significant difference. So wait, when will the Stylo 2 receive Nougat? It already has. If you have a Boost Mobile Stylo 2, a Sprint one, or a Virginmobile one, the update is out already. Just go into settings, go to system update, don't click firmware update, click LG software update. And if it's ready for your phone, it'll be there to download. Do you use cases on your phone? It depends. Depends on what I'm doing. I'm pretty good, knock on wood, but I'm pretty good at keeping my devices fairly intact. If I'm going to do something that I know I'm going to be moving a lot, if I'm going to be if I go jogging, if I want to go, climb one of these trails here on the mountain, I bring a case for that protection. But if I'm going out to dinner, if I'm going to a movie, if I'm just going out to hang out with family and friends, usually I don't. I usually don't. And, the only reason why is just, I don't know, sometimes I admire the way a phone looks without a case. I do have cases for my X-Power. One of my favorite ones that I like to use is this one. I like to use this case. And then, of course, I have my little cheapy was it TPU gel case? Say TPU gel case, but I put this little wallet thing right here to hold like my debit cards and stuff. I like to use this from time to time. Then I got, I have the case for my vault if I'm going to take my vault out, and then my comic case for my J7. So I do use cases. It just depends on like the situation, really. Should you get a case for the X Power? Oh, I mean, if you want to like really like secure it, beef it up with security, then yeah, I would definitely suggest get a case, get a tempered glass protector, and just protect it all the way around. I'm not gonna go and ever tell anyone that a smartphone is ruggedly enough to withstand everything out there, because technically phones are not made so you can throw them on the ground or drop them from 15 feet. So yeah, definitely. I mean, when I'm at home, no, not really. I don't use a case at home. Light things I do in life, I don't really use a case at all. Now, question for you guys: how many of you guys are gonna gun for the HTC Bolt? Because I'll tell you guys this much right now: I am gonna get the HTC Bolt. It's gonna be sometime next month. So hang on, I'll have a new device sometime next month. I want to still get the J3, but I'm gonna wait on it. And if my fiance goes for the Galaxy S7, then you guys will see my review of a Galaxy S7 on Boost Mobile. I mean, there's tons of reviews about them, but I'm more going to focus on just how well it does on Boost Network. You're excellent with phones, and yeah, you can hold off on the case if you feel like if you're that positive about it, not worried about breaking it, then yeah, your call. It's basically your call if you want to get a case or not. I tell people it just depends on how your life is. Which HTC, the 1A9 or the Bolt? Because I'm going for the Bolt. I'm going to drop $400 on that phone. And when I do grab the HTC Bolt, it will be my daily driver device. Too expensive on the Bolt. I don't think I could keep my Grow data plan. Yeah, it is. It's it's flagship. It's the first time that I'm gonna gun for a flagship. So I usually go for mid-rangers. But I want to try it out. And I mean, it's like $399, and I'm sure at some point they'll probably be like $50 off, $100 off. I'm hoping by the time that I have the funds to buy that phone, it's like on a promo sale, like 20% off, 30% off, something like that, or even just $50 off. That would be nice. Oh, the Bolt, okay. Yeah, because CB Tech's review of the 1A9 was pretty good. The only thing that just really downplayed it for me was just how you saying the battery life, and I was like, I don't know. HTC Bolt has LTE plus. Yeah, no, I know that. Yeah, I dug into the HTC Bolt when I was told that it was coming out, and yeah, it's going to be another one that supports LTE plus. But you have to have LTE plus signal in your area, which I don't think here in my area we have it built out here yet. So I'm still going to get like the average LTE from Sprint here. Oh gosh, I have sniffles. Hold on one sec. Sorry about that. Sniffles. I hate getting sick. Yeah, like I said on last night's video, keep the same phone on your account for 1 year, make 12 on-time payments, and you're eligible for Easy Pay. So that's something I found out. I was like, oh, okay, makes sense. So for me, as a reviewer of Boost Mobile devices, I'm not ever going to be eligible for Easy Pay because I switch phones. I mean, the guy that I was talking to last night, he was like he was like afraid to say it, but he was like, "Sir, you swap your phone out." A lot. The way he said it, I was like, what? I was like, yeah, I review Boost Mobile phones on YouTube. He goes, okay. I was like, yeah, so I'm always constantly switching phones out to, do my review videos and whatever. I'm sick too. Don't feel bad. Oh, I hope you feel better, Rochelle. I hope you do. Downloading Nougat for my Stylo too. Thanks so much, man. So excited. Be careful, Jack. I don't know if you heard from a lot of people. Be careful with that. Because in the beginning of this, we were talking about it, that some people have the Wi-Fi hotspot is broken on some people's devices. So if you're a person that uses the hotspot, it may tamper with it where you won't be able to activate Wi-Fi hotspot on your Stylo too. So if that's a make or break for you, cancel the update right now and don't do it. Wait until they at least fix it. Also can't wait for Android Wear 2.0 for my LG Urbane. Nice. I don't get that with Easy Pay. Doesn't make sense. They keep you have the same phone for a year. It should depend on your payment history. Yeah. Well, when they first talked about Easy Pay, that was like the highlighted point, was that you had to make 12 on-time payments. But after talking to the guy, he was like, you also can't swap devices, because when you swap devices, it resets the Easy Pay calendar, according to him. So I was like, every time that I've changed a device, it resetted that Easy Pay calendar. I'm like, holy crap. The Bolt is a beast. Well, we'll see. We'll see when I actually go check it out. And my fiance is in here. Thumbs up, babe. I love you. I heard on HSN when I bought my J7 that Boost allows you to have phone service for up to 2 months with no bills paid. Do you know if that's still true in a way? I think that's probably, I don't know if that's through Boost, like directly through Boost. That could be like something through HSN. Like if you purchase a device through HSN, they might pay off 2 months of your bill. Because I haven't, the only thing that I've heard similar to that was what Virginmobile has with the LG X Power. Yeah, way to install it, Jack. I would give you that. I would give you that much right now, is to wait to install 7.0, because it has been known to break the Wi-Fi hotspot. So if that's something you use, yeah, so just cancel. And if you don't want to keep getting that notification on the top, if you go into settings, you go into apps, scroll down. If you find, click the 3 dots on the top and include system maps. If you find Google Frameworks, click where it says the little notification box underneath the 4-stop. Click that to off, and then the system update won't be on your notification dock. It'll still be in background. It's just you won't accidentally touch it and install it. Movie's over and just waiting now. Okay, I'm about to wrap things up, so we can take the kids to the park. Well, this could be something that, I mean, you're talking about people, developers that sit down on a computer like I am right now, long hours of the day just coding up, and it could be something that they didn't catch, when they were beta testing it, because they do beta test it, and I don't know exactly how they beta test it because I don't work for LG, but these things happen. These things happen, but it's been known to be with Boost mobile devices, because another YouTuber, Reaper 2065, he has a Virginmobile Stylo too, and it didn't do that to his. Like his is working stellar, is fine right out the gate. Yeah, the hotspot is the only issue that some people are reporting. Not everyone with the Boost mobile device has this issue, by the way, but a lot of people that have Boost mobile devices that have come forward and said it. There's a lot of them that have come forward and said it, but not everyone has it. So it's like a 50-50 shot in the dark. If you have a Virginmobile one, theirs seems to be fine. So. Yeah, I got this like freaking, oh my God, 2012. I got this hat at Walmart. It was just like at the hat section in the men's section. I was like, oh, I grabbed it and bought it. But yeah, So definitely hold out, just to be on the safe side. I mean, if you don't use your Wi-Fi hotspot at all, then there's not an issue of you updating it, because if you don't ever turn on your Wi-Fi hotspot on your phone, and I'm talking about, like, just to clarify for some people that may not understand me, Wi-Fi hotspot meaning that using your device as a Wi-Fi modem to give internet to third-party devices like a laptop or a tablet, not the Wi-Fi as in like your phone's ability to connect to your home Wi-Fi. I want to make that clear. Would you ever switch to Cricket? I'm actually thinking about getting a Cricket line, because this year I'm kind of backing away from just reviewing Boost mobile phones only. I'm going to start grabbing unlocked devices. Like, I am targeting the ZTE, the ZTE Blade 8 Pro. I'm targeting that device. I do want to grab the Honor 6X. There's a couple of older devices that I want to grab and check out, like the OnePlus 3T. I want to grab that. And the other way I can use those is if I use something like Metro or Cricket. However, it's going to be like a burner phone, so I don't really care if Cricket has 8 megabits download speed. So I'll just use that just to actually use the phone. I'll probably have to buy another Stylo too, huh? No, not really, because, like I said, with enough people reporting these issues with the Stylo 2, LG is going to put out another update that will patch that issue. So, like I said, it'll take a couple of weeks to maybe a month, but it'll come. It will come. So, no, I mean, unless you got to have your Wi-Fi hotspot now, then yeah, you go ahead and buy another one. I use my hotspot sometimes with my tablet, so I think I'll wait until the fix. Yeah, that's fine. And there's nothing wrong with waiting. A lot of people always want to rush and get the latest version of Android, and some people really just want it just because it's the latest version. But, just because you're on 6.0.1 Marshmallow doesn't mean you're completely outdated. There are devices still being released today with 6.0 Marshmallow. So you're not outdated. Now, if your device has 4.1.2 Jelly Bean, then yeah. I had the ZTE Quartz and had such a bad experience. I don't think I can ever buy another ZTE. LG is the brand I'm sticking with from now on. And that's cool. ZTE is not actually that bad, though. They are getting better. I mean, with a lot of stuff they unveiled at CES was actually quite nice. But, yeah, I know what you mean, because past devices from ZTE that's made its way to the U.S. were just not the greatest ones. And if ZTE was trying to showcase, like, hey, we make good phones, some of the devices they gave in the past, I wouldn't have went with those, because at the same time, if you go back in the time, like when, like, say, like the ZTE Warp 4G, when that came out on Boost Mobile, if you look at the same time that device came out, you look at the lineup ZTE had in China, you'll be amazed on what kind of phones they had in China. That was just like, wow. Anyways, guys, I do gotta go. Kiddos are waiting for me, so I gotta get ready. I'm taking my kids to the park, and yeah. So you guys check out Reaper 2065. Let me type in his YouTube name. Check out his channel to subscribe. Also, Everyday Tech, I posted his tag on the top. Jack, thank you for coming in. The Pop Bubble, thank you for coming in. Brian, appreciate you coming in. Rochelle, thank you. John from Magic Tech Reviews, subscribe to his channel. Thanks for coming in. Paul Tech, congratulations on 10,000 subscribers again. We're waiting for that YouTube Space video. Ben, thank you for coming in and sharing with us. Everybody else that came in, let's go back up some so I can say thank you. Abington Bronx, thank you for coming in. Big John, subscribe to his channel. Thanks for coming in. Tim, thank you so much for coming in and sharing some information. I really appreciate you guys coming in. Antoine, thank you so much for joining. Yeah, guys, I do got to get going. Aaliyah, thanks for popping in. M. Petaway 73, thanks for coming in. Daniel Riddle, thank you for popping in also. I appreciate you guys joining me on the broadcast. Thanks for this was fun. So we'll do this again next Saturday, guys. So around the same time. So as always, mahalo for hanging out with me. Have a blessed weekend, and I'll talk to you guys next time, guys. Bye.